Welcome back, goddammit. Y'all thought I was gonna let y'all slide. I ain't gonna let my motherfucking listener slide. I got a show for y'all today. A unorthodox date duo took turns slashing a man's throat before throwing him over the bridge. Police say, God damn. You mean that we having couples getting together to kill people now? Is this the reoccurrence of Bonnie and Clyde? Are we gonna have future Bonnie and Clydes around this motherfucker? Now, if you look at these photos, if you could see these photos of these two disturbed individuals, you would say they look like they'll do something like that. Now, the victim who screamed, "You killed me," during an alleged incident and survived, met one of the suspects on social media before she introduced him to her uncle, and things took an horrific turn. Now, two would-be killers allegedly slashed the man's throat and left him for dead in what police are calling an unorthodox date. If y'all don't know what unorthodox means, it's like, watch boxing. An unorthodox boxer fights in a style that's not natural. It's a little strange. It's a little odd. It all went down earlier this month in Florida after an unnamed victim met up with a woman he first connected with on Facebook to have dinner and hang out, says the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. I keep on trying to tell you motherfuckers, don't trust everybody on Facebook. You can't. People are getting on the internet to commit crimes now. You can trust people on the internet. I'm just saying you can't trust everybody. It's just like the real world. The internet now is the real world. You have to scan people in real life and you have to scan people online. You have to check their temperature. And if you're going to meet somebody online, you have to do it in the safest way possible. Some people forget that you're meeting total strangers and they just do some stuff that's not protecting them when they go out to meet these people that they never met in their motherfucking life. Now, during the date, the victim agreed to go to Natalie's home, where she introduced them to her uncle. Authorities do not believe they're actually related, but instead friends or possible lovers. I'm looking at this picture. This ain't her motherfucking uncle. This is not this lady uncle. But that's the game, she's saying. This was a setup from the start. I can smell it. Now, a little while later, the three decided to take a ride. This time, they rode to the victim's house to continue this unorthodox date. Eventually, they all leave the victim's house. The sheriff's statement continued. Now, during the ride, Fonseca and Navis both hit the victim several times and told him he was going to die. They robbed him of his shoes, his money, his car, and his phone. Then they took turns cutting his throat. Then they threw the man over the bridge rail into the river. Then they drove away in his stolen car. This car was discovered on West 98 after they set it afire. They lit the man's car on fire after they stole it. Now, unbeknownst to our would-be killers, the man survived. Made it to shore, flagged down a deputy to tell his incredible tale. This ain't nothing but God. When you are in a predicament where you know you're dead, and God saves you, you know that ain't nobody but him. None of the human beings of flesh came to rescue you in this debauchery. But God said, look, I'm going to let you survive so we can get these crooks. I'm going to let you make it through this. Now, eventually, the two suspects were identified, arrested, and charged with attempted murder, armed carjacking, armed robbery, and kidnapping. The arrest affidavit provided some additional details about the incident, with the victim telling authorities that Fonseca told him she was having money issues and needed food, so he picked her up, took out money, and brought her to a grocery store and a taco stand. After dropping her off at her place, he said he then received a message from her thanking him for the tacos and saying that they were good, before he started receiving messages from the female again about wanting to see him. He pulled out the money. When he pulled out the money, she helping this bitch. This riding bitch to try to take his life with another man. She seen right then and there, this is the lick we looking for. Oh. But she wasn't sure. She wasn't confident. So you know what she did? She called this crook of a boyfriend that was with her and said, look, I think we could do it, but I don't know.
No.
But should we do it?
I don't want that.
And you know what this motherfucker did. He gave her the confidence and the courage to pull it off. Because he looked like he on fentanyl or heroin or some hard drug. He looks fucking deranged. So he was like, yeah, whatever it takes. Now, the man not realizing, look, you picked up a bum. You picked up a bum.
Shut up.
A lady with nothing to lose and everything to gain. And see, that's what's going to get a lot of men in trouble these days. Trying to help and save what you think seems to be an innocent woman. But really, she's not. She's the devil in the red dress in the disguise. So when you see these women online talking about they going through something and they need money and life is bad, you know, in the past, you would see people struggling. You would feel sorry, donate and try to help them. You got to find out and figure out if the shit is really authentic. Because a motherfucker would tell you whatever they want to tell you just to kill you and take your life or take your belongings. Now, he said when he went back to her home that Francesca emerged with Reynolds, who showed him that he had a pistol before going to what she said was her uncle's house for a cookout. Now, when it was time to leave the cookout, the victim said Francesca was driving when Reynolds began punching him. So they set it up. They set it up. Had the man, now this right here shows you that this man that was trying to do a good deed, you fucking crazy, sir. Why would you let an innocent man, a stranger, sit behind you? It didn't add up from the start. It started with her needing something, till you getting what she needed, then calling you back, and you going back to pick her up, and all of a sudden now she has an uncle in the picture, and now y'all are going to a cookout? Oh, that pussy got you in trouble. You was trying to get that pussy, and you thought about doing this shit, it was going to get you, and look what happened. You almost lost your goddamn life. Stop thinking with your dang-a-lang. Now, the victim remembers the female telling him that they were going to take him to a place and take him for everything, kill him, and throw him in the water. The victim stated that the female stuck a knife to his throat and told him this would be his last night, and he was going to die tonight. Then the female cut him on his neck while the male was hitting him. Then the male cut his neck with a knife, telling him he was going to die. The victim stated that the male and the female took his cell phone, his shoes, and $350 cash from him. After his throat was cut, the victim said he yelled, "You killed me," before he was thrown off a bridge and into the water. $350 is now worth taking somebody's life in America. Did you see this? 350 funky ass dollars. Crumbs. These people tried to halfway assassinate this man for this little shit. So imagine if you got $3,000 in your pocket or a Rolex on your arm and he would have came in contact with this woman. Oh man, this man wouldn't have made it. They would have made sure he killed him. Now, once the victim hit the water, he could feel the water stinging the cut on his neck and throat. And then he passed out and he was woken up by someone in Now, after being discharged from the hospital, the victim showed officers where the suspect home was, and after authorities discovered surveillance video showing all three of them together the night in question, an arrest warrant was detained. Now, when they caught these motherfuckers, the lady had marijuana, but both of them had fentanyl. What I tell you, that goddamn fentanyl has took the fuck over. If you look at the mug shot of these motherfuckers, you would be like, okay, I see what the fuck is going on. You can tell that they was deranged and on something. Now, she's a beautiful young lady, but you can tell she got green hair, got about 3-4 different colors in her. She is going through something in her life. And being with a motherfucking man that's on the same drug that she's on, that she likes, I mean, that makes it even worse. When you got a couple that's on drugs, ooh, they dangerous to society because they would collaborate and get together and do the unthinkable. Whenever you got a dynamic duo that's on the same evil level, ooh, we ain't no telling what can happen. But it's the time we living in on Legend of Motherfucking Comic Show. This is a crazy world, crazy time. But we're going to make it. We're going to be all right. But I got to let y'all know what's going on out here so the next sucker that's calling himself a man don't end up like this man. I'm trying to save your life.